Okay guys, welcome to a video by Herbie. What I'm going to be doing today is getting on by motorbike and showing one of the functionalities that's going to be in the upcoming mod ITC Experimental, brought to you by the same people as ITC Land and ITC Air, and myself, who's not allowed to do ITC Land or Air because he's not clever enough. Anyway, so ITC Experimental IEDs gives you a module which will place IEDs and enhance the gameplay for EOD people in particular, and give mission makers more of a choice about what to do and how to particularly blow up players. So the IED will be created wherever you place the module. You've got a choice of which type of IED you want, so the 4 different versions there are in standard ArmA, and the type of switch. At the moment you've got the choice between remote control and command Y, and you can only do one type of switch. And anti-tamper will select whether or not the ID will explode when diffused, but I'll go through that in a moment. So you then sync that to whoever you want to trigger the IED. You can have more than one trigger, you can have as many as you like. And so you could have, if it's a remote control device, you could have one guy up here and one guy over here, and one guy all the way over here. As long as they can see the device, they can initiate it. I'm going to play it in multiplayer. It does work in single player, but there's a couple of extra features that I want to show off in multiplayer. As well as adding different types of IEDs, the new different types of IEDs, it also adds ECM, which is electronic countermeasure. ECM will come in light, medium and heavy. The difference between the three will be, as well as the weight and the space they take up in your rucksack or your gear, will be the radius of the ECM bubble they emit. At the moment I haven't added the items yet, so as we all know, the best kind of ECM is a banana. I'll have one of them, and I'll also get a diffusal kit. So, got a guy over there, and we've got IED on the road there. Guy's looking shifty with his goats. Not paying his goats too much attention, but looking at that little T-junction quite a lot, so I'm going to turn my ECM on. Now ECM has some unintended consequences. If I turn it off, you can see I can side chat quite easily, but I can't spell well. However, if I turn my ECM on, side chat is now no longer available, neither is group chat or VOM. However, vehicle chat, direct communication and global are all still good to go. Command chat will also be disabled if you've got a command chat. If you're running the modification acre, then ECM will also disrupt your transmissions, and you won't be able to receive or send radio transmissions. That's because the ECM is just blocking all radio communications. And that also applies to explosives. So if I grab a backpack, grab one of the remote firing devices and a demolition block, and I'll run off over here. I don't want to spook the goats, that'd be mean, wouldn't it? Put behind this rock. Explosives, place demolition block. Let the trigger to be that. So, as I've got my ECM on, if I try and detonate this here and now, you can see it doesn't work. Oh no. If I go over here, so banana's the smallest one, which only has a radius of 5 meters. So if I go back over here and then try and detonate it, you can see it does work. So your ECM bubble is only going to affect devices in a small area. And the point is, with the larger ECM, you don't have to have an ECM per person. You could have just one ECM to cover or 1 or 2 ECMs to cover the whole squad. So with my ECM on, if I run over to the device, you can see there's a mobile phone on it, which tells me this is indeed a remote control device. And I can, where the fuck that's gone, diffuse it safely. There you go. That is one diffused IED. Brilliant. That's a remote control IED. You can also just shoot the guy. but then he'll look after the goats. Okay, if I go back to the editor, I'll switch it to a command wire IED. Now, command wire IEDs aren't affected by ECM, but do have the drawback that they're a lot more obvious, and you can tell where it's coming from because there's a great big wire going from the device to the apologies. So, having changed it to command wire device, and waiting for Altis to load. There we go. So you can see the device, and you can see there you've got a wire going off to that guy. Now, because of grass and things, it's actually, if the SID was just in this field, it'd actually be quite hard to spot that wire. You kind of get that and go, oh, what's that? And maybe spot little bits of it. So, command wire is best if there's something to disguise the wire. If you are mission making, you might want to give thought to that. About where you place the guy and in relation to the IED. And if we run over to the guy, you'll see as well the command wire is not actually attached to the man. It's attached to a battery pack at his feet, so he has to be close enough to this battery pack. Back up goes to initiate the IED. Now, the simplest way to defuse one of these IEDs is to just shoot the wire, because it's a rope. If you shoot it, wow, impressive. There you go. If you shoot it and snap the rope, then you can run back over to the IED, wherever it is, and hopefully not die. Huzzah! And then, for extra security, you can defuse it if you have a defusal kit. Okay, the third thing it introduces is an anti-tamper device. So if we go for remote control and anti-tamper, and go back onto the mission. This time if I grab my ECM and my diffusal kit, I turn the ECM on to keep me safe from the dastardly metal IED, and we run over to it. You can see it's got a phone on it, and it's also got this wire around it, and that means it's got an anti-tamper device. So the point is, as an EOD you can visually identify what type of IED it is. Because it's got an anti-tamper device, that means if I diffuse it, like this, it goes boom. So they're the types of IEDs we've got at the moment. Command wire and remote control planned features will be to see if we can make it the ECM block T-file communications, and also allowing more than one switch on a device, so you could have one that's remote controlled with one guy and then command wire with another guy as a failsafe, which means you do have to check the IED. You can't just assume the command wire is the only switch. You have to go and check it. Adding pressure plate switches, so using the ACE pressure plate models, but allowing you to add an anti-tamper device to a pressure plate IED. Just be really annoying. And that's it at the moment. There's other things that are going to be coming with ITC Experimental, working on, I personally working on electronic warfare kind of things, so being able to pick up communications or jam communications using initially Acre and Vanilla, and then looking at possibly adding compatibility with T-file as well, but no promises. And and I'm sure the other guys from Experimental or from ITC will be throwing things in there as well. Thanks for watching. It will be available at some point.